Anti-white video game journalist runs damage control for Dragon Age: The Veilguard by claiming it's the target of a hate campaign.
That's
Honestly,
be-
I'm sick of hearing that. Oh, we have Sergeant
Hi,
DRT
Sarge.
here.
That's because the game stinks.
Oh, oh yeah, I got a house full of little dogs make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to make them shut up, but sometimes I don't mute the mic fast enough.
Okay, I'm sick about hearing about Dragon Age: The Veilguard. It seems to me like they're just stirring up controversy to keep its name in the news. Honestly, that's what it's coming out to me as.
Yeah, it looks like it.
They have a lot in common with Murky Cunt.
Sergeant, how am I holding up? As far as YouTube goes, I got more subscribers though. That's something. The downside is I got them from Shorts, which I'm trying to like run this thing as not a Shorts, but as a, like mine and my guest faces, and so not very popular on that front. But hey, I got some subscribers anyway. I was a guest on reality based, and I'm grateful for that. Just as I'm grateful for when I'm on your show, Sergeant. Oh, and how have you been, Sergeant?
Eh, Every time I see Sarge, I expect him to be barking out orders to grunts in the military.
And this hat, this is my streaming hat. I don't normally wear it, but it's a gimmick for the stream, I suppose.
I
It
think it
looks all
looks
right on
good.
camera.
Yeah,
What? What?
I think it looks good.
Well, who the fuck asked you?
Nobody asked me, goddammit. I said it myself. But Dragon Age is just weary at this point.
Hey, the target of a hate campaign. Trying to get back on track for a moment here. Well, it's good to relax and have fun on the live stream because that's what it's all about. But I'm gonna try to have so much of this where I can clip it and make daily videos out of it. So I gotta like use some amount of willpower to stay on track. Okay. So by claiming it's the target of a hate campaign, to me, I think they're the hate campaign. I didn't do this to their game. They did it.
Yeah.
I just want to know who told them that putting this kind of stuff in a game is the way to go. Because I
Okay.
mean, I've seen it. It's cringy.
It's an echo chamber. They get these college kids and they're all speaking the same language to each other, so to speak. And they're like, "Hey, the world's like this now, and we're the new thing. We're the young, and we're gonna take over." And then they put out crap products out of their echo chamber, and here we are.
Yeah, well, guess what's going to happen? They're going to be old and forgotten soon enough.
Yeah.
Kate Madsen, who previously claimed he can't stand white people. Ooh, what a surprise. Attempted to run damage control for BioWare in Dragon Age: Veilguard by claiming the game is the target of a hate campaign. The Dragon Age: Veilguard game director, who was a man pretending to be a woman and using the name Corrine Bush. Published by Walt Publications Inverse, Madsen claimed the game is the target of a hate campaign that's put Veilguard at the center of a kind of culture war on social media. Again, they did that. They're the ones putting the hate. They're the ones making it about culture. It's
Oh, it is what it is, what it is.
okay. Where was I? at the center of some kind of culture war on social media, along with plenty of hateful comments toward developers and review bombing on sites like Metacritic. For most of this year, Assassin's Creed Shadows has been the constant target of a hate campaign, so now they're pointing to another game and go, hey, this game too. Can't they just be like, hey, our game's crap and so is this one. Here's another crap game. Hey, name some more for me. I gotta know where to target all this hate. I gotta know. Point me to some. Okay. Assassin's Creed Shadows and constant target of hate campaigns, with UBI Sauce art director recently condemning the backlash and harassment the studio and team has faced. And yes, I say UBI because I remember when the company started, and that's how people pronounced it. For that matter, to me, it's just a little funny going Ubi. It feels like, feels like you're a 2-year-old spitting something up. But hey, maybe I'm just old fuck, whatever.
Well, this game and what was it? Oh God, it was the game where they went around in a band and they were.
Oh yeah.
You know
Dust
what I'm
Born,
talking
I think
about?
it was.
Yeah,
it was
that's
Dustborn.
Yeah.
That was so bad.
That was cringy too.
I watched Hypnotic play that. It's like he plays the worst games. I'm like, man, I'm not about to give these fucking assholes any attention. Even, I mean, this is the attention. This is the best attention I'll give them, is going, fuck you, fuck your product, fuck your game, fuck your critique, and trying to tell as many people that will watch me say it, tell them about it as well. That's the attention I give them. I'm not about to play their crap.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Well, I think Hypnotic played it for I don't know,
so he could talk shit on
it. Hate play it or whatever you want to call
and
it.
for views.
Yeah. He played it so we wouldn't.
Ironically, Dragon Age the Veilguard was the true peddler of hate, as it pushed a deranged and evil gender ideology that has been described by Pope Francis as the worst danger of our time. Players recognized this and rejected it. And that's the writer of the article saying this, and he is absolutely right.
The Pope said it, people. The Pope.
For those who don't know, the Pope is, historically speaking, supposed to be the closest thing to God in flesh and blood. Now, I don't full on believe in this, but if you hold anything toward it, then yeah, that's what the Pope is supposed to represent. Unsurprisingly, Hayes has a history of making it clear he dislikes white people. In May 2020, in response to one individual decrying the Black Lives Matter riots, he wrote, "Boy, I can't stand white people." I can't either. Look, I can't stand white people or black people or Mexicans or women.
Like
I know women are people too. I don't fucking like anybody.
People in general.
Okay, let me put it like this. I like people who like me, and that's not many. That's not many.
But isn't Hayes white?
Yeah, that's the thing. All these people talking this shit, they're self-hating.
Yeah. So.
But it continues. In June 2020, he reacted to PlayStation postponing a PlayStation 5 event, writing, "Cue all the mad white people. Like, come on, this isn't important right now." And I'm saying that as someone whose entire career is steeped in video games. Cue all the... See, they think if they mock us, and especially if they put it into media mocking us, they will silence us. That's just the age-old technique. If you make a mockery out of the enemy, then everybody's gonna look at them as one big joke, and they're gonna be ashamed to do like that now. But what's that breed? That breeds violence. that breeds hate. Resentment, and the list goes on and on and on and on.
Well, back in the day, if somebody was talking to somebody else like that, like this person is talking to everybody, their mother would have already took their shoe off to them and beat the hell out of them for
Well,
acting like that.
for one, that they would have been swallowing some teeth, but
Yeah.
now everybody's got the internet as a platform. They feel free to say and do as they wish and go ha 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 ha. There's not shit you can do about it. Really, motherfucker, really.
Remember that movie Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
It might have been the first one or the second one. I don't remember, but yeah, they got that money and they went after all their online trolls or whatever.
Yeah.
I've been tempted, although you would get busted hard for that. You'd get put away for long run.
Yeah.
Also, I've come to learn it's not worth all that. I tend to not choose violence these days. Just don't fucking tempt me. Okay.
Well, it's not worth going to prison over.
The same person says, as much as I love Devil May Cry, I certainly don't need another game with a snarky white guy. Trisha and Lady are the great characters that deserve far more than they've been given.
Okay.
This is being a snarky white guy. If we don't need white guys and snarky white guys, then why the fuck would anybody listen to him say this shit?
Yeah, I mean, why would anybody listen to him? Because he's being the exact thing that he's accusing other people of being.
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck was that? I'm sorry, bro.
That's what I'm saying. What the hell are they talking about?
just looking at it without any context, you would swear it was a parody.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, like he's a snarky white guy and he's saying we don't need another snarky white guy. So yeah, it looks like a parody, but it's not, because we have a world full of these beta fucking douches talking shit like this.
Okay, but now, what did they do to these female characters?
Huh?
I mean, come on.
Which ones? These two here?
Yeah.
I don't even know. That's not the focus of the article here.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just looking at them.
I'm not real familiar with Devil May Cry, but it's not the focus here. It says, it's not my job to recognize my white privilege on my massive platform. It's just about the most white privilege thing I've ever heard. Again, this sounds like parody, self-mockery. It's kind of like, that skit where the blind black man joins the KKK. It's kind of like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But he can't be serious. I mean, somewhere in his mind, he's got to know what he's spouting is bullshit.
I'm not entirely sure, but that's a picture of him. That I don't know if it is, but it kind of looks like a child there almost.
Yeah.
I think that's another famous streamer.
Okay, there's
Ninja guy.
Little circle there. That's the Hayes Madsen, the one hates white guys. That fucker probably just like sucking a lot of black dick is the truth of the matter. He's like, oh, I wish I had me a big old black dick so somebody could suck it. I give me a little white man suck it. That's probably what the fuck he's really thinking. Probably. What could push him to be a little bitch boy like that if it's not that?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. There is no telling what all he's got in his closet. Oh. No.
All right. He wrote in 2020, it's disheartening. It's disheartening then not seeing any of your white family members speak out about racial injustice. They talk about rioting and property damage, but won't talk about systemic racism and police violence. Not one word. It's up to us to hold our family to account. Okay. You all here know that I talk about all of it. I talk about the police violence. There is a systemic racism cop problem. There is, but it's not like, those blackies were after them. It's more like they have to deal with so many George Floyd types daily. They have to deal with these, mad wigged out black people, cracked out, and every day, and they don't really treat the white people that different. They just have to deal with more black people.
They treat the poor white people just as bad.
It is profiling, but profiling is natural. We all profile. If a snake bites you 10 times, you're going to look at that 11th snake and stomp it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. That needs to be addressed with the cops, but not without being addressed with black culture at the same time, or it will never be resolved.
Yeah.
Not to mention a good many cops are black now.
Yeah. Well, what gets me is the gangster culture does not represent all of black people. There's just as many black people that go, they're acting a fool and they don't want no part of it. But the others are so damn loud, they can't speak out, because they're not heard. That's my thought anyway. Just like you get a ton of meth heads running around, and there's a lot of poor white meth heads running around that give the rest of the white people a bad name. So it's bad all the way around.
You can keep talking.
But this jackass here, I don't know what he's smoking, because he's just, I don't know. It's like he's hating himself and his whole race of people.
Well, it continues for a bit more here. Forced diversity is such a straw man argument. Goalposts shift and people find every excuse to say we're doing diversity wrong. What has got him so bent that he takes, that extreme view on everything, even though he's a white man? What exactly?
Maybe he's got a black boyfriend or something.
The idea that anything is being taken away is still so absurd to me. The majority of video games out there still feature predominantly white heroes, predominantly straight characters. Those experiences are being erased, and those demographics have been served for decades. That's because most of us are straight. There's still more straight people in the world. And when you have a straight character, they're not showing you their privates. They're generally, some cases maybe, but generally not screwing other characters on screen. They're not taking every opportunity to go, I'm straight, I do women. But when it's a gay, promoted game, they're taking every opportunity they can to throw that in your face.
It's crazy how much they like to sexualize it when it's gay people for some reason.
But the majority, the reason it's been served for decades, because there is a majority of straight people. There is a majority of white people. Sure, that you can have other things, but let's not take away. It's kind of like the idea anything is being taken away is so absurd. And then he goes, those demographics have been served for decades. That last line invalidates everything he said before it, because he's saying its time is done. Now we need to take its place, which to take it away. Anybody catch that?
Yeah. I did. But, the demographic that gets overlooked more than anybody else, and that's Native Americans.